week 3 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few tight ends I have as sleeper options this week. The first tight end, Greg Dulcich of the Denver Broncos. Targeted pretty well was Dulcich in week 2 with 8 targets in that game. And Bo Nix, we know a young quarterback, a rookie, and their best friend in security blankets, usually the tight end in any system. And this Bronco team, they're not working with a lot. Cortland Sutton, Josh Reynolds, Marvin Mims pretty much in the receiving game. So week 1 at Seattle, 2 catches, 12 yards on 3 targets for Dulcich. In week 2 versus Steelers, 3 catches, 16 yards on 8 targets. So he started off the week limited with practice, but I believe he's going to play as Greg Dulcich. It's not a great matchup at Tampa Bay where their defense has been stout for the most part in the early going the season, but someone's got to catch the ball over there in Denver. And like I said, 8 targets in a game is a good number, so he's pretty much the number 2 option, I believe, in the passing game at 3 at worst. Next tight end, Zach Ertz of the Washington Commanders. Zach Ertz had a nice ball game last week. 4 catches, 62 yards on 4 targets versus the New York Giants. In week 1 at Tampa, 3 catches, 28 yards. So Jaden Daniels, a rookie quarterback, security blankets, the tight end. And Zach Ertz, I know he's up there in his late 30s almost, but still a good route runner, still got a good IQ. And he beat out Ben Sinnott for the starting tight end job. Available right now in tons of leagues at 89% is Zach Ertz. So like I said, he's still a big target, middle of the field. He knows how to get open, run his routes. And Jaden Daniels, he can make those easy throws and get the ball to Zach Ertz. So this week at Cincinnati, a tougher matchup, obviously, than last week versus the Giants, who can't stop anyone. But Zach Ertz, I still believe, could go out there and be productive in deeper leagues. And the third and final tight end I have as a sleeper this week is Juwan Johnson of the New Orleans Saints. So this New Orleans Saints team, the best offense in pro football through the first 2 weeks of the season. Derek Carr and his team's getting the football down the field easily. Alvin Kamara has turned the clock back, and he's a top 5 running back so far this year. And the tight ends, they're getting involved a little bit. Week 1 is where they really did. Johnson had 2 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. I know Forster Monroe is there. We know Taysom Hill, they use him in all types of formations and different ways. But this week versus Philadelphia, they know they got to put points on the board once again, is this New Orleans Saints team. I'm not saying they're going to score 40+, but I think mid-20s, low 30s is a possibility once again. Juwan Johnson, he's a big red zone target. Derek Carr, we know he's a quarterback that's a gunslinger at times, and he gets the football out. And Juwan Johnson, he's had some success in the past with this New Orleans Saints team, finding the end zone, and he's a tight end I have as a sleeper, available 95% of fantasy leagues. That's a few tight ends I have as sleepers for week 3 of the fantasy football season.